Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to your PC Gaming 1 year review. PC Gaming, a world where you're no longer subject to the problems that are on the consoles. A problem where you take your status as a console well, it wasn't a frame drop, I assure you. You take your status... Must be something wrong with the YouTube. You take your status as a console peasant, and you ascend to the top and no longer... fuck it. Welcome to PC Gaming, everybody. Now, let's talk about the hardware in the past year. I've had more problems out of the consoles, out of the next generation consoles, than I have out of this PC. Now, that could just be luck. We all know what happened when I built my last PC. But as far as hardware goes, we're not talking about software. Hardware, the PC, the Cyberpower PC, has ran like a clock. Minor annoyances, things that have popped up from time to time, problems that were so minor, I can't even think of them off the top of my head. Now, that's talking about hardware. Now, there's going to be several PC elitists that have a problem with this video. And keep in mind, I'm a console gamer. I came up a console gamer. There's a lot of people probably saying, you don't even have the right to say you came up, Mr. Just Started Gaming in the 360 generation, which is true. When I started gaming, I started playing on consoles, and I feel like consoles suit me better, and I'll always be a console gamer. PC has not been the end-all, be-all gaming experience, and take a look at this frame rate. Do not adjust your screens. There's nothing wrong with your computer. I'm sorry, did I see a frame rate drop to 3 on the beloved PC? And, you know, it's not just Fallout 4. I've had problems out of multiple games. I've had problems out of Deus Ex Human Revolution, Watch Dogs, Rise Son of Rome, Batman Arkham Knight, Just Cause 3, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Black Ops 3, Fallout 4, of course, LA Noire, Quantum of Solace, Far Cry 3. The list goes on. Now, for the most part, your multi-platform games do tend to run better on PC. The biggest difference, and I mean the biggest difference that I can see, is the last generation games. Like going back to Call of Duty 2, Fear, playing with a keyboard and mouse, just the superior controls. That's where you're going to see your biggest difference. Now, the new games that come out, yes, they're a tad bit shinier on PC, and I got a $350 graphics card, GTX 970. And I'm telling you what, I'm disappointed. You know, yes, I can double my frame rate, which is awesome. Games play smoother. Games play much smoother. As a matter of fact, Rise of the Tomb Raider on X1 was unplayable to me. Unplayable. Those controls, I can't believe nobody addressed those controls. I go to PC, the controls, it's night and day. Everything is so much smoother. The frame rate is doubled. I got it for $9, so everything's cheaper on PC, which is cool. But at the same time, I had issues. Flickering lights on Rise of the Tomb Raider, didn't see that on X1. Hairworks doesn't work on my graphics card for some reason. It's all, her hair like blinks on and off. It looks ridiculous. So I had to turn that off, which at the end of the day, minor annoyances. Deus Ex Human Revolution, old game, had serious optimization issues. Black Ops 3, massive frame rate drops. Frame rate drops that are 10 times worse than what's in the X1 version. Batman Arkham Knight, massive frame rate drops. Just Cause 3, when I first got it, massive frame rate drops. And you have other issues too. You'll have other programs that conflict. For instance, when I reinstalled, let's go back. I uninstalled Just Cause 3 when I bought the game because it was so poor. The frames were dropping so bad. I just uninstalled it. Heard it was fixed, came back to it, heard there were some patches. It was still dropping frames. Then I find out my Xbox app, DVR, on the PC was fucking it up. Turn that off. Now Just Cause 3 runs at a smooth 60 frames per second. But my impatient ass already bought it on the PS4. So, yeah, that sucks. Yes, I should have been patient. That's my own fault. You got Steam Big Picture Mode. You can chill out, sit in front of the TV with all the benefits of the console. With one thing that's a problem. I don't just play on Steam. I play on Origin. I play on GOG Galaxy. I play on Epic Games Launcher. There's different programs that I use that I can't just navigate to with a controller. You got to go out with a keyboard and mouse. A lot of people play with a keyboard and mouse at their desk, something like that. Even with the new gaming chair, my preferred way to play is on the big screen. And if I'm playing on Steam, there's just certain games that aren't optimized or don't use a controller properly. COD 2, for instance, I can't use a controller, which sucks. Is there a fix out there? There probably is. There's probably some mods. There's probably some shit that I can install. But at the same time, I got that console mentality. I don't want to do it. I want to install the game. I want to play. That's why I chose Steam. That's why I go with the easy use of the NVIDIA GeForce experience. It updates your drivers for you, does all that type of shit. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. As I said, the biggest difference you're going to see is in the old games, the 360 games, the games that actually work when there's not a conflicting issue with Windows 10 PCs. Oh, I hate being interrupted. Witcher 2, for instance, got it on backwards compatibility, learn to speak, on Xbox One, then I got it. I also had it on PC. Night and day difference. It's a different game. It's insultingly bad on the Xbox 360, Xbox One backwards compatibility, however you want to say it, however you want to view it, whatever. That's going to be where your biggest differences are. Now, I will say this. The Witcher 3 on PC at 1080p, 60 frames, is without a doubt one of the greatest gaming experiences I've ever had. I don't know if I can attribute that to the greatness of how well it performed on the PC, because playing the PS4 version, I was pretty impressed, especially for a console version. GTA 5. Here's the biggest thing I got. I paid $350 for my graphics card alone, okay? So when I have these problems that I get on consoles on my $350 graphics card, for me, that's much harder to swallow than when I have problems out of a $300 console. Does that make sense? A guy told me that's the wrong mentality to have, but honestly, I feel it's the right mentality to have. I'm paying top dollar. Well, to some of you elitists out there, it's probably not top dollar. Well, what happens? Okay, now I want a 980. And yes, I do. I want a 980. I'm tired of frame drops. I'm tired of these problems, but that's not going to fix it either. There's problems. Is the PC the superior platform? You know what? No. It's just another platform. It's got the most horsepower. It's the strongest, without a doubt. But how do you look at what's superior and what's not? I still play my consoles just as much, if not more, than my PC. I have an $1,100 PC, and I still play my consoles. You know what I mean? If PC gaming was so great, I'd be done. I buy most of my multi-platform games. Now, big thing you're going to get out of PC is cheaper games. CD keys, kinguin.com, other links or other sites, you get day one games for $30. You know what I mean? Rise of the Tomb Raider, I paid $9. So the games are real cheap. So when you do get a dud, it's a big deal, but at the same time it's not a big deal, because you're like, $30. $60 is a hard pill to swallow when that game sucks on the console. So there's a huge benefit. But with the games, with games being digital now on consoles, deals coming along on the consoles, it's the gap is, I don't want to say it's closing, but it's getting much better for console players if you're patient. And the fact that you can still buy most of your games, the hard disk. Yes, you can buy hard disk on PC. I'm aware of that. You can buy the hard disk on your console games and trade them in if you beat them in time. I mean, but at the end of the day, you're losing money on that. But that's the online. It's just more convenient on consoles. I don't really enjoy online, but if you want to play console, if you're playing Steam Big Picture Mode or you're playing Origin on your big screen TV, you hop on with your controller. Guess what? Destroyed. This is an old point, moot point. Everybody already knows this, but consoles, everybody's playing on a level playing field, and on PC they're not. So really the best perk for PC on the big screen is Steam Big Picture Mode. Without Steam Big Picture Mode and Steam OS, there's really no PC on the big screen. I mean, there is, but you got to go out and in and keep switching back and forth between the two, and the shit's aggravating. Shit's aggravating. There's probably ways. There's just countless ways. There's countless mods. I haven't even fooled around with mods. To me, mods are kind of silly unless they're graphical mods, and I've had no desire to bother with it. I don't know why. I haven't. The exclusives on PC, in my opinion, are relevant. That's my opinion now. They're irrelevant to me. I haven't played a single exclusive on PC. PC is for people that just got a wide array of tastes and just want to play different games. But if you're in the market for a PC, this video probably sounds like I'm just straight shitting on PC. I'm just trying to be as 100% with you as I can. There's been so many people telling me I'm making the move to PC, I'm making the move to PC, and that's where I was at, thinking I was in for this much superior universe of gaming, and that's not the case. Well, that was really stupid, Peck. Spoken like a true console peasant. At the end of the day, what difference does it make? You know what I mean? Here's what it boils down to. If everything I owned, console-wise, PC-wise, broke today, what would be the first thing I would replace? As of right now, as of this video, would be the PS4. Why? Simple. Uncharted. Simple reason. Sound like General G over here. Uncharted! Next would be the PC. Then maybe an Xbox One, but with all the exclusives going over to PC, I don't know. That's doubtful. So, I'm not saying the PS4 is better than the PC. By no means am I saying that. I'm saying I'm here to play games, and that's at the end of the day, that's all I care about. That's all I want to do. It's not all I care about. When it comes to playing games, I don't care about platform, man. I'm going to play what I'm going to play. I'm going to try to get the best gaming experience I possibly can. And I've always been like that. So, yes, PC has its benefits over consoles, but consoles just got that, it's still got that ease of use. I use all my apps, my YouTube, my Netflix apps. I watch all that shit on the big screen. I don't go to Steam Big Picture mode, then tap into my Steam browser and do it there. I just don't. I just use the consoles for it because it's more convenient. There's probably apps and shit you can install. I'm probably talking out of my ass here, but point is I'm a console gamer that went to PC. I've been on PC a year, and if there are ways, for instance, if I want to live stream on Twitch with a console, it's the press of a button. When I want to do it on the PC, I go to this, I don't even know the name of the program, but there's like 20-minute tutorial videos on YouTube on how to do it. I'm like, oh my God, how hard is it? My NVIDIA GeForce experience can do it, but there's no way to look at the comments. Well, that's kind of pointless. What's even the point in streaming? So, I'm kind of rambling at this point, but they all got their benefits. They all got their weak points. They all got their strong points. I can totally see how a console guy would just not give a shit about PC. PC is not going to change your mind on games. It's not going to take a subpar game and just put it over the top to where you just, this is what I've been missing the PC, because I kind of want to say that that's what I thought for a minute. Think about it. I got Far Cry Primal for $20. It was $30 on CD keys. It's going to play, it plays at 60 frames, well optimized on the PC. I still bought it on the console. $10 difference. Why? I don't know, man. It just wasn't that important to me at the end of the day. And I'm so used to day one problems now out of the damn PC that it's just not that serious. I'm just going to get whatever's the cheapest when it comes out, and that's a wrap. So, there you go. You probably weren't expecting this. A lot of people probably expected me to suck off the PC, and, whatever. Sorry to disappoint you. I enjoy my Xbox One still, believe it or not. As disappointed as I am that the exclusives are kind of just leaving it, and it kind of makes owning it pointless. I still use it. I still use it just as much as I use my PC. I do like that I can use my PC for editing and shit like that, and record 60 FPS gameplay. That shits on the consoles for sure. There's aspects that absolutely shit on the consoles, don't get me wrong. But if you're just looking to play games and not do all the other shit, stay with your consoles, baby. If you're in the market for a Cyberpower PC, it's performed very well. But there's been cases out there where people have been shit on using Cyberpower, so do your research. Make sure you're sure. Make sure this is something that you want to do. And make sure that the reasons are legit, man. Because, again, I can't stress it enough. You think it's going to change your opinion and make gaming so much better. You're wrong. I mean, using the keyboard and mouse on these first-person shooters is awesome. But even with the comfortable chair, I can only do it for a limited amount of time. And I have to go back to my controller. I have to. The control, it's what's comfortable to me. I don't know if the keyboard and mouse will ever be comfortable to me. Yes, it's vastly superior. It's just not comfortable, in my opinion. Okay, so there you go. There's your 1 year review, and I will holla at you. Feel free to dislike, feel free to like. Later.